Hi, it's Jeff Quintin again, down the shore, Prudential, Fox and Roach. Okay, here I'm going to discuss with you today a recent, or actually an article that I was able to get from the New York Times. Okay, we're going to talk about this article, share with you a little bit as far as some of the insight from this professor, and then obviously we're going to have to make a decision if this is going to apply for us or if it's not. Okay, so the article headline is "A Reality Check for Home Sellers." And this is actually written by Professor Christopher Mayer, the director of Paul Milstein Center for Real Estate at the Columbia Business School and an authority on real estate economics. Okay, so very first thing he says here, he says, economists and other humans don't always see eye to eye. Economists tend to think people are crazy because they won't sell their houses for less than they paid for them. And people think economists are crazy for thinking things exactly like that. He wrote down here, with housing prices falling in many markets around the nation, this particular quirk of human psyche might end up costing the economy a great deal. All right? He writes in here, classical economics can't explain this behavior. That's because people who refuse to sell their homes for less than what they paid for them are violating the cardinal rule of the market. Stuff is worth what it's worth. He writes in here, it doesn't matter what you pay for it. Okay? And in addition to that, guys, it doesn't matter what you had before. See, many of my sellers today say, okay, well, it's listed at this, but yet 2 years ago I had an offer of X, or 3 years ago it was worth X. Well, did you take it then? Obviously you didn't. So what the market was then isn't what it is today. What you could have got then, you could never have gotten because you didn't take it to get it. You understand? So right now he writes in here that there was a study done, the loss, aversion, and seller behavior. So you're going to go ahead and click below here to receive this article, read through it a little bit. But what's real interesting about this is that here's the last thing one of the last paragraphs here that's interesting. Here's what he says. He says, if you want to sell your house, then you list at the market price and you sell it. If you don't really want to sell, then don't put it on the market, but don't say you want to sell and then set a price so high that you spend your entire morning, every morning, cleaning up the property and having people walk through your property, look inside your medicine cabinets, in your closets, and then reject you. He says that's just plainful and inexpensive. Okay. He says in here, based upon his research, what it's offered is a simple lesson for everyone out there waiting for a high price to push them back into the black. He says in here, right at the bottom, get real. So anyway, we have to take a look at this right now to see what we want to do. If we're holding out right now for an above market price just to recoup some losses, then unfortunately right now it just may not happen in this market. So let's talk about the right price right now so we can get it sold and be realistic and not above the market. Give me a call. Take a look at this article if you can, and give me a ring, 609-398-5333. Send me an email, jeff@jeffquintin.com. As always, I look forward to our conversation being the best call of your day.